Mm. Uh-huh. Huh. Oh. What? Ooh. Ah. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Uh. Ooh. Ah. Hey. What? What?
Welcome to Planet Coaster. Let's get started and build some rides. The Hellion has a pretty high rating for fear and looks fun for my guests. Let's add this to the park. It looks pretty good where it is, but I think I'd like to turn it around. The contextual help panel on the left shows controls specific to the activity, in this case, ride placement. I can hide the help panel with the F1 key or bring it back at any time. Here we can see how to rotate the ride, so let's give it a go. Tapping the Z key rotates in 90-degree steps, but I can also hold down Z and drag the mouse left and right to rotate it smoothly. I can also lift the ride whilst holding Shift. I'll tap Shift again now to bring it back down. I think it looks pretty good over here. If you're not certain on the position, you can press the Move button or press M to move it afterwards. The ride is closed, but needs a few more things before it can be opened. Pay attention to the steps needed on the checklist when you're building a ride. Click the Place Entrance button and choose a position. This is where the guests will get onto the ride. We need an exit too. Now we need to build a queue path for the guests. If you make a mistake placing a piece of path, or building anything at all, use the Undo and Redo buttons to fix it. You can use the keyboard shortcuts to make this even faster. Connect the queue to the path to make it functional. We still need a path for the guests to exit the ride. Let's switch from the queues to the regular paths. Now that's complete, we can open the ride. Theme parks are all about roller coasters, and Planet Coaster has you covered. We're going to put down one of the pre-designed coasters. I think the Little King is perfect for this park. We just have to add an entrance and exit like we did with the other ride. We can connect a queue to the station now. Oh, it looks like this ride is off the ground a little. We'll have to adjust the queue to deal with this. Press F1 to check the path controls. You can see that paths can either be raised or lowered by holding down the left mouse button while dragging up and down. The slope flattens out when it hits the ground, and we can connect it to the path just like last time. We can add a slope or steps to the exit path in the same way. And it's time to open the coaster. Wait, what's this? It looks like we need to test the coaster first. Safety is extra important with roller coasters, so these rides need a test run before any guests will ride them. You will need to run a test after placing down any coaster in your park. You can see the recorded values for the speed, excitement, fear and nausea all changing while the train goes around the track. Testing measures whether coasters are safe to open to the public and tracks their excitement, fear and nausea values. Rides with a good EFN rating are more popular, leading to bigger profits and more guests in your park. You can also use the ride camera to see how the coaster looks as it goes around the track while it tests. Once the coaster has completed one circuit, you can open it to the public. Remember to use the contextual help panel for controls advice and follow the ride checklist. More importantly, have fun building your dream park in Planet Coaster. Building a custom coaster is the perfect way to make the most of the space within your park and meet the goals of the scenarios. Let's get ready to give your guests the time of their lives. Select a coaster from the custom menu within the Coasters tab. An arrow will indicate the direction the coaster will leave the station. You can extend and change the loading sides by clicking on the Station tab and selecting the appropriate layout. Change to the default chain lift section. The chain lift moves the coasters up the hill. To place a track section, simply click on the Build button or anywhere on the screen. You'll need to curve the chain lift upwards to a steep angle. To do this, left-click and hold the curve icon on the track, then push the mouse upwards. You can also extend the length of your track pieces. Use the slope icon to bend the track down. Build at a steep angle downwards. This is known as the first drop, and is one of the most thrilling parts of the ride. On the end of the standard track, there are widgets for bank, slope, curve, and length.
Oh, hey.